Over 60? What creatine really does to your brain and muscles. If you're over 60 and struggling with mental fog or feeling like your muscles aren't what they used to be, in the next 9 minutes, I'll show you exactly what science says about one supplement that could change both. This isn't hype. This is what the research actually reveals. I'm a health researcher who's spent the last decade analyzing studies on aging and cognitive health. I've reviewed papers on this topic, and what I discovered about creatine for people over 60 completely changed my perspective. The proof isn't in marketing claims, it's in the data you're about to see. Here's what most people don't know. Your brain uses 20% of your body's energy despite being only 2% of your weight. And there's one compound that acts like a backup battery for both your brain and muscles. The third benefit I'll share surprised even me when I saw the research numbers. And what happened to 68-year-old Janet when she started taking this will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about aging. We have just under 9 minutes together, and by the end, you'll understand exactly how creatine works in your body after 60, and whether it might be right for you. Before we dive in, tell me in the comments what city you're watching from, and whether you've ever considered creatine before. Plus, I've put together a guide to safe supplementation after 60 that covers everything your doctor wishes you knew. You'll find the link pinned in the comments. I'm going to reveal 5 key things creatine does in your body after 60. Number 2 affects something you use every single day but probably never think about. Number 4 happens while you sleep. And number 5, well, that's the one that made Janet call her daughter in tears of joy. Here's something that might shock you about your brain right now. Understanding this could explain why you feel mentally tired by afternoon, and more importantly, what you can do about it. Remember when you could focus for hours without that mental fog creeping in? When you could remember names instantly and follow complex conversations effortlessly? Your brain hasn't lost its power. It's just running low on fuel. Your brain is like a city that never sleeps, constantly demanding energy. After 60, your brain's ability to produce and store energy starts declining. Think of ATP as the electricity that powers every thought, every memory. When those power reserves run low, you get mental fatigue, difficulty concentrating, and that frustrating tip of the tongue feeling. Try this with me right now. Put your hand on your forehead and think about the last time you walked into a room and forgot why you went there. That's your brain running out of instant energy. Creatine acts like backup generators for your brain cells. When your primary energy system gets overwhelmed, like when you're trying to focus on something complex, creatine instantly provides the extra power your neurons need. It's not about making you smarter. It's about helping your brain work at its natural capacity even when you're tired. Dr. Caroline Ray from the University of Sydney found that people taking creatine showed measurably better performance on memory and reasoning tests, especially when mentally fatigued. That's just what happens upstairs. We're 2 minutes in, and you already know one powerful secret about your brain. Wait until you see what it does for the muscles you depend on every day. Your muscles remember being strong, but something changed after 60, and it's not what you think. This could be why your legs feel unsteady on stairs and why you feel weaker even though you're still active. That feeling when you go to stand up from a chair and need just a little more push than you used to? When climbing stairs leaves you more winded than it should? Stand up from your chair right now if you can. Notice that split second where your muscles have to fire with extra power. You're not imagining the difference, and you're not just getting old. After 60, you lose muscle mass, but more importantly, you lose the energy systems that power those muscles. Creatine is stored in your muscles as phosphocreatine. Think of it as an instant energy reserve when you need a quick burst of power, like standing up or catching yourself from stumbling. This system kicks in within milliseconds. Research shows that adults over 60 who supplement with creatine while doing basic resistance exercises gain significantly more strength and muscle mass than those doing exercise alone. We're talking about the difference between struggling with daily activities and maintaining your independence. The typical dose studied is 3 to 5 grams daily, but always consult your doctor first. A study in the Journal of Sports Medicine found that adults over 65 using creatine improved their stair climbing power by 25% in just 6 weeks. Stronger muscles and sharper thinking are impressive, but we're almost halfway through our time together, and the third benefit affects something you do 15,000 times a day without thinking. This next effect happens with every breath you take, and most doctors don't even know about it. This could explain why you feel less energetic overall and why simple tasks seem more tiring than they used to. Ever notice how everything feels like more effort now? Walking to the mailbox, carrying groceries, even having long conversations? Put your hand on your chest right now and feel your heart beat. You might blame fatigue on aging, but there's actually something specific happening in your cells. Your heart is a muscle that beats 100,000 times per day. Like all muscles, it needs instant energy for each contraction. After 60, your heart muscles' creatine levels naturally decline, which means each heartbeat takes more effort. It's like your heart is working harder to pump the same amount of blood. Studies show that creatine supplementation can improve heart muscle energy reserves, potentially making your cardiovascular system more efficient. This isn't about treating heart disease, it's about supporting your heart's natural energy needs. Some research suggests this might be why people report feeling more energetic overall when taking creatine. Research published in the American Heart Journal found that creatine supplementation improved exercise capacity in adults with heart conditions, though this was under medical supervision. Your heart works all day, but we're at the halfway point now, and what I'm about to share happens specifically while you sleep. And it's remarkable. What happens in your body between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. could be the key to how you feel all day. This might explain why you wake up stiff and why it takes longer to feel normal each morning. Remember waking up refreshed, ready to tackle the day? Now it feels like you need recovery time just from sleeping. Think about how you felt when you woke up this morning. Did you feel restored or like you needed time to get going? Your body wants to repair itself overnight, but it needs the right fuel to do it properly. While you sleep, your body goes into repair mode. Your muscles rebuild, your brain clears out toxins, and your energy stores replenish. But after 60, this overnight recovery process becomes less efficient. Your cells simply don't have the same energy reserves to power this crucial restoration work. Creatine helps power this overnight recovery process. Think of it as giving your body's repair crew the energy they need to work efficiently while you sleep. People often report waking up feeling more refreshed and experiencing less morning stiffness. Take it with dinner to support overnight recovery. Your body will use it while you rest. Janet, who's 68, told me that after 3 weeks of taking creatine, she woke up feeling like her old self for the first time in years. Her morning stiffness was dramatically reduced. Physical recovery is crucial, but we're in the final stretch now with just 2 minutes left. And the fifth effect might be the most important for your independence. This final benefit could literally be the difference between staying independent and needing help. We're talking about something that affects your confidence to walk anywhere, anytime, without worry. The fear of falling. It's real, it's rational, and it changes how you live your life. You start avoiding certain activities, walking more carefully, depending on others more. Right now, if you're standing, try balancing on one foot for just 3 seconds. Feel how much coordination that requires. What if your balance issues aren't just about age? Your balance depends on split-second communication between your brain, muscles, and nervous system. When you start to stumble, your muscles need to contract instantly to catch you. This requires immediate energy, exactly what creatine provides. Better energy reserves in both your brain and muscles can mean faster reactions and better balance. Research shows that older adults taking creatine along with basic balance exercises show greater improvements in stability and fall prevention than exercise alone. It's not magic. It's giving your body's natural protective systems the energy they need to work properly. Combined with regular movement, this could help maintain your confidence and independence. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found that adults over 60 using creatine had significantly better performance on balance and mobility tests after 12 weeks. Now, we're almost out of time, but before you consider anything, there are crucial safety considerations every person over 60 needs to know. Let me be absolutely clear about this. Creatine is not appropriate for everyone, especially if you're over 60. If you have any kidney issues, diabetes, or take medications, you must consult your doctor before considering this supplement. The research shows creatine can be safe for healthy older adults, but healthy is the key word. Your doctor needs to evaluate your kidney function, current medications, and overall health status. Never start any supplement without professional guidance. That said, for healthy individuals, the research suggests 3 to 5 grams daily of creatine monohydrate is the most studied and effective form. In just 9 minutes, you've learned how creatine could potentially support your brain function, muscle strength, heart efficiency, overnight recovery, and balance after 60. You don't have to accept mental fog and physical decline as inevitable parts of aging. Science shows there are safe, evidence-based ways to support your body's natural energy systems. Which of these 5 benefits surprised you most? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one and often reply personally. If this information was valuable to you, consider subscribing for more evidence-based health insights designed specifically for people over 60. Remember, this information is for educational purposes only and is not intended to replace professional medical advice. Always consult with your healthcare provider before starting any supplement regimen, especially if you have existing health conditions or take medications. Remember, if you want, I will make available our complete guide for seniors on supplements and health products that can change your quality of life. Link in the first comment with a limited time offer.